Hello, welcome pen friends. I decided to participate in the hashtag Ink Rainbow 23. That's a tag video put out by Sara over at Ginger Peachy Pens. I've watched her video and I can't wait to watch all the others, but I wanted to do mine first before I do that. So to make a long story short, I needed more color and I needed more pens because I have 8 inked up, but I kind of was on a pen fast for when I went to Vermont. So I'm doing some projects and I decided, well, let me go ahead and just ink up, 10 TWSBIs with my favorite colors, and I'll use them probably for the next 2 or 3 months, and I'll do this tag. So that's what I'm doing today. I've chosen 10, and I think, let's see, I didn't pick a yellow because I don't write with yellow at all. And I went heavy on the purple, so mine are going to be a little different maybe, or maybe similar to some people's, who knows. But first I'll just mention which TWSBIs they are, if I can try to get it right. This is the red transparent, this is the Jade, and then this is the yellow. Let's see, these two have a broad nib. Everything has a medium nib except for a couple of these, but I'll point that out when we do the writing samples. I just confused everything. This is the blue transparent. This is lilac. This is cement gray. And then clear. This is my first one. It's a warhorse. It's been around for a long time. And then this is the purple transparent. And oops, this one that's adorned with a lot of cat hair is the white and rose gold. And then this is, I think, cerulean blue, something like that. I hope I'm saying it right because it's been a long time since I checked. So these are the pens, and they're all loaded up with my favorites, and what we'll do is we'll write with them and look at the ink tile as we go. I think that's the way to go about it. So let's see if I can keep them in order somehow. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, I want to go on to CVS Calibre first, because that's what I'm going to be doing my note-taking project on. A different notebook, but this little steno pad will do for just a little quick sample. So first up, my favorite red is kind of a red-orange, and I don't know if it's going to show up that way in the film or not, but if you've worked with this Ferris wheel press Algonquin maple, you'll know that it has a lot of orange in it, and I just absolutely love it. There's so many other reds that I also love, but I can't help it. I just gobble this ink. Probably ought to be checking into whether it's ever going to be able to be gotten again, but at the same time I found another red I really like in the Pilot line, but I'm still favoring this one. I had them both out and I was comparing them, but yeah, this while I still have some, this Ferris wheel press Algonquin maple is my favorite. So let's see, we'll just do, we'll put hashtag ink rainbow 23. I love tag videos. They're so much fun because you get to see so many perspectives and learn about stuff you've never heard of, inks and things, and it's fun. So, okay, red is the color, and it's Ferris wheel press. Algonquin maple. I usually put this into my Opus 88 Colorverse in red, but I thought I really just wanted to have all of these favorite colors in pens that I'm just absolutely certain I can write for until they're dry without having any trouble. So that's what I did, even though this is kind of a different red than the red that I put in it, but it's okay. It's great. Let me see. I think I had decided I was going to just try to do a little smear to get the color to show. Okay, so that's the red one. And then my favorite green is Colorverse Supernatural. And I have another green pen, but this Jade Eco has a broad nib, so it's just easier for me. I know that this needs a broad nib, or I feel it does for how I want it to look. So my green choice is Colorverse Supernatural. I just love it. It's so flowy and it's so pretty, and it's got that really bright kind of lime green kind of thing going, and yet it's really readable. It's been one of my very favorites just of all time. And green is not my #1 color family. So, and next up we have a kind of an odd thing because I've got a yellow pen. I don't have an orange Eco, so, but I have my KWZ Standard Monarch is my favorite orange. And I have it in the yellow because it just came closest, I guess. Or I guess I could have put it, like, I could have put it in this one, but that one, I wanted a brown ink in it, so I started thinking, oh, I need an orange Eco, but no, I have lots of pens, so it doesn't, it shouldn't bother me that it's orange in a yellow pen. Okay, that's my story anyway. KWZ Standard Monarch. Oh, and I said I was going to say more about the nib, so I'm going to go back and fix that, but for now we'll do this. This is a broad nib, and this is just, it's a lovely color. It is actually a Fontoplumo exclusive from the Netherlands. I ordered it from there. It was the only time I ordered so far ink from overseas. So, okay, this pen, the green one, has a broad nib too. I thought I'd write that down because it kind of is important. There's a difference in the nib widths. This is a medium. Ooh, can't say that fast. Nib widths. Nib sizes. Let's do that. Okay. Next up is my favorite teal, and that is Colorverse Gravity Wave. I doubt there's a whole lot of surprises here because I've just talked about these things a lot, but it's still so much fun to, well, it's fun anytime you get an excuse to talk about pens and inks and use more of your inks up and everything. Colorverse Gravity Wave. I don't know what's going on with my eyes, but this, not even looking through the camera to see what it's doing, this is looking so much more blue to me than it used to, so I don't know. But I love it, and it's teal. And this is supposed to be a broad nib, but I say it's more medium. But with this ink, it actually behaves closer to, what is acceptable to me for a broad nib, so that's good. Okay, then next up, yeah, I've got rainbow fingers too, is my favorite, like, bright purple, which is Monteverde Purple Rain. I've got a darker purple too. So I put it in this one, and I think this is a medium, yeah. So we're going to put bright purple. This was hard. I have a lot of favorite bright purples, and my first instinct was either to say it would be TWSBI Royal Purple, or it would be Mont Blanc Psychedelic Purple. But in usage, it's this one, because I've already replaced a large bottle of this, and now I replaced it with a 30 ml bottle. Let's see, I'm finishing up the large bottle in one that I kind of made up. But for usage, there's hands down, it's this one. So that says more, I think. And I absolutely love it. It has beautiful shading in many circumstances, and you can't go wrong with it. Monteverde Purple Rain. I have to say though, even just on Sarah's video, I saw some more inks that I really like. I think she had Monteverde, was it Gratitude or something? Oh, it was beautiful. And of course I ended up on the computer looking for it, even though, no, I'm not ordering more ink. No, no, no. Whoops. Okay, I probably contaminated that X. So let's try to find a finger that isn't. It's going to get harder. Medium. Oh, I just love this ink. It's just one of my absolute favorites. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And this is CVS Calibre paper. I think I said that. So everything that I'm using, I already kind of know is going to go okay with this paper, which doesn't agree with everything, but it certainly does okay with these. So next up for my pink choice, it's definitely Pilot Iroshizuku Azalea, which is Sitsuji, I guess. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's gorgeous. It's just a nice, nice pink. At least that's the way my eyes see it. And so for my pink choice, Pilot Iroshizuku. We're going to put Azalea. I can pronounce that better. And this is a medium. And I didn't have a pink Eco, so I used the cement gray one. And I'm okay with that. Oops. If I can remember what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a nice pink. It's just beautiful and flowy and reliable. Like it just works in everything, it seems like. Love inks and that work that way. Okay, this next one. This is my choice for magenta. It is Vinta Me Copa, and I was so worried I'd run out of this that I actually did order another bottle of it because I'm getting so low on it. And I thought, one of the hardest things in this hobby is that sometimes things just flat disappear and then you're stuck trying to replicate or find something else that's similar. So on this case, and it's been a while, it was last year that I ordered the replacement bottle even before the first one ran out. So magenta is Vinta Me Copa. Now this one, couldn't remember how to spell it, with a medium nib on this clear Eco. This one has a lot of sheen. It sheens so green at times that it'll change how it looks. Like after it dries, sometimes you'll look over your writing and you will see it so much darker. But I don't know, it's part of the charm. And with a water brush, it just lifts the color so beautifully. Let's see, I know the water brush is here because I told myself to get it ready. So let's try that. This is just something I love to do. When I'm taking notes, like, make a box around something, make it stand out. And so it's one of my main reasons why I love this ink is because it goes along with note-taking. I can make a box around it and have a totally brighter contrast to bring my eyes back to the notes that I want to, like, revisit. I think I've mentioned that before, but it's just really part of the fun for me. So then, I said I was heavy on purple. Cross Violet is my favorite dark purple, even though it also competes real heavily, like with, say, Alexander Hamilton, and even with J.R. Bond Amethyst de Laurel, which I love, but in usage, it's this one. I mean, it's a good thing it comes in a big bottle, because once I started having enough of this, after I got a bottle of this, I was reaching for it even more. So it is my, I'm just going to say dark purple, even though it is bright, and it still definitely shows as purple. It doesn't look black or anything. But I couldn't pick just one, so that's what happened. Whoops, I should have gone down here. So Cross Violet. And the flowability, or whatever you want to call it, with this it's a lot like Me Copa, and it's like the Pilot inks and in the Monteverde. I think that's a theme. I think I don't like an ink unless it's just practically a gusher. So that's something that I've learned about myself. Like, just super flowy inks are what I really love. Okay, let's do a smear if we can. Yeah, this is just fantastic. And for a while during the pandemic, I couldn't find a bottle, and then I finally did, so I thought, oh no, don't tell me that I'm just going to have a memory, but... Okay, so next, my next color is brown, and it's Sailor 50 States, Texas, as long as I have some. I don't believe I will, purchase more, because I want to find another brown that is less per milliliter cost, and because I use it so much. And I actually, Pilot has the one that I actually found a bottle of. It came kind of icky, but so I did end up getting a bottle of this discontinued ink from Pilot. The ink was fine, the package wasn't, but it has a lot of red in it. And I prefer a warmer, like SBRE brown or like this, but this is not as orange as SBRE brown, so it like really won my heart quickly. So as long as I have it, it's my favorite. Yeah, I haven't even looked to see whether it's all sold out. Just tell me it is, and I won't have to look. Sailor, 50 states, because I don't want temptations. I'm trying to be funny, but Texas, medium nib. Okay, this is just, oh, this Sailor ink is incredible. And it's my go-to brown. And I also, it seems like lately I find that I like brown in a white pen if I don't, if I don't have something just plain clear or neutral. I just love it. Seems to go really well with that. Well, with the gold and everything. You can't beat that. Okay, so then, let's see. I think I decided to call this turquoise or bright blue or something, but I actually think it is a turquoise. I may be wrong. But, and this gave me trouble because I didn't want to leave out teal, and Colorverse Gravity Wave is one of my favorites. But then I also just absolutely love blue-black as a color family, and that would be Diamine Oxford blue. But it isn't, in usage, it comes down to this. This is the colorway I want to see the most. So I guess I'll call it turquoise. Yeah. So it Pilot Roshizuku Konpeki. And it just, I'm not turning back to some of the other turquoises that I used to like once I got a bottle of this. It was a game changer. And this is a broad nib too. So let's see, I've got mostly mediums. 1, 2, 3, 4 broad nibs out of the 10. And yeah, this is paradise here, having these 10 inked up. And I was trying to figure out what I'm going to put them in, because I'd prefer to have all 10 in one place. But yeah, these are my 10 favorites. Let's see, they don't all fit. Oh well, let's look at the tiles. We'll look at those for a minute. See if we can make those fit. I don't really know. I may have, let's see. Oh yeah, I have this kind of, that's why nothing's fitting, because I didn't want to show my entire wreckage of my desk, I guess. But I did want to put these all out just so that I could show you. This is definitely my rainbow, my current favorites. And I always like to have these tiles to kind of compare to see, well, how close am I coming? Am I just picking all the same colors? Because I'm likely to do that. Being that I just love purple and magenta and pink and the blue and teals, and I end up with all the same colors. That's what kind of happened this time. My 8 experimental pens are going strong. I'm writing letters with them and everything. In fact, I will separate these Ecos, and they will be for my process notebook, which is this one. It's a great big CVS Calibre 11 by 8.5 inch notebook that I'm doing some special, kind of personal work on. And I need all that color, and I really want to write letters with the other ones, the ones I'll be reporting back on. These are like, what would you call this? A no-fail. Like, this is, I already know. I already know that these Ecos won't let me down, and that these colors flow because they're just tried and true for me. So that's why I wanted to talk about these. Now, I had one more thing I wanted to do. Yeah, I think I can manage it. I probably just scrambled the order a little bit, but I wanted to try a new notebook and bring you along for that. So let's do that. I'm just going to do a pen test in the back of this notebook. There was a gift from Pen Friend MS, and it is a really neat notebook. Oh my gosh, I just was crazy. It's an Odyssey notebook, and it says 68 GSM Tomoe River paper with a 7mm line. So I'm going to be using this as my journal. I'm moving out of the owl one for right now. And I guess what I found with the owl one was the paper is beautiful paper from Italy, but it's some of the pens feel dry in it, and I thought I would leave that for a while. It's just a frustration, and I really just want to write and be super happy with what I'm writing on. So this is what I'm going to be using for a while. And, you know, fill it up and see. And I'll probably go back to the owl one eventually. Let's see. Now I've got myself all mixed up, but that's okay. I'm just going to do kind of the same thing. Except like a pen test in here, and this is Tomoe River. It feels really nice. It's the thicker paper. Hello, Coco. I'll be right with you, Coco. So we're doing red. And the one. Well, they're all Ecos, so we're just going to put the ink. Ferris wheel. Press. No, don't jump. There, it could be an accident, Coco. Just a minute. Algonquin maple. Huh. I'm not having the best way to show this. Maybe when we finish we can show it better. Okay, and then green. Ooh, that really responds to this paper, this green. I could see more shading right away than on the CVS Calibre. Wonderful. Oh! There goes Coco. Whoops. Yes. Oh dear, I got dive bombed, but he decided to jump down. Oh my goodness, poor thing. He made the bed with me a little while ago, and that was big fun. So he was in the bed, he was under the top cover and everything. Okay, so we're talking about green. Colorverse Supernatural. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. Yeah, that's just, it goes on that paper nice and wet, and it just, I can see shading. I can see some subtle differences than what I saw on the other paper. Even though I do see shading on the CVS Calibre, you really get, well, you get your money's worth with the Tomoe River paper, I think. Okay, so then next up, we've got our orange. I don't know why I'm numbering. What difference does it make that I'm numbering? Oh well. KWZ Monarch. Again, that felt really good going on, and I could see that shininess. It's going to take a little bit longer to dry, but it's just gorgeous. Okay, and then teal is next. Teal. We'll keep numbering. Colorverse Gravity Wave. This will be good because they'll already be in the back of the notebook. I have to figure out a way to do that. I really like how Claire does it. Ninja. Oh, I can't remember her channel name, but you know, you probably watch her too. She definitely keeps track of which pen. I think it's like more or less an index, and I haven't paid enough attention because that's how my brain is. But I'd like to do that rather than have to include on my page everywhere what I just wrote with. It'd be really neat to kind of separate that and have it like an index. Anyway, it was on my mind that that would be really cool. So we're going to call this bright purple. Bright purple. Oh my goodness, that shows such a difference. We'll have to compare the two lists when I get done. Monteverde. Purple. Rain. I'm almost sorry that I didn't just go ahead and order the larger bottle. Except that I had it in my mind not to exclude the purples I already have, to go ahead and finish them. So that's probably what I was thinking of. Yeah, again, very nice and wet. And and next, we're going for the pink, and this is where I got all mixed up. Huh. Don't remember which one I put it in. Okay, here it is, right here. I mixed up all of my pens when I put them in my fist like that. Okay, but this is definitely the pink. And it is Pilot Azalea. Or Tsuji. Wonderful. Let's see. We're not getting that. Yeah, we are. Just right if I aim it toward the light. Okay. And then I put the Vintamacopa in this one because I already stained this pen anyway. And it could stain it if it's in there long enough. Magenta. I don't know what did the original staining. It doesn't matter. I've had this pen for like 6 years, so it's done very well. Huh, you'd almost never know that that was such a magenta ink because it does look darker on the page, but as soon as you lift it, you know, with water, you definitely know, and it's just such a joy. So, okay. My desk looks like it's going to explode. Okay, cross violet. So now we've got dark purple. Dark purple. Oh no, I have just pinked the bottom of my page. Oh well. I'll put something on the bottom there so I don't do it anymore. Cross violet. I happen to absolutely love a 7mm line for a notebook, so there's just, I can't even imagine how wonderful this is going to be writing in this notebook. Okay, and then next is brown. I've already done this. It feels like deja vu, but it is a different paper, and I think we may even be able to compare them in a minute. So this is Sailor, 50 States, Texas. I always want to call it 50 States Brown. In fact, I started writing that just in scribbling when I first filled it, and I was like, wait, something's wrong with what I'm writing here. Okay, and then for our turquoise, number 10. I like this exercise very much because it was using only what I have, not, you know, having to come up with new things or buy anything. 1 p.m., that's okay. And sharing our ideas with the community and watching everybody else's videos. There's just nothing more fun, that's all. I'm really glad that this tag video is caught fire, because I noticed it has. It's like, whoa, the list is getting longer of people to watch. Suzuku, which I will do when I get done with mine on Pecky. Okay, like I said, very, very favorite bright, you can call it bright blue or you could call it turquoise, but definitely in that group, that's my favorite. So let's see if I can, oh, I did them differently, so comparing is going to be really a little bit of a challenge, especially since lighting is weird. Okay. But I can say that definitely I get, I feel like more color stays, you know, on the page, takes a little longer to dry on the Tomoe River, and you see a lot more of the, like I see my green sheen on Vintamacopa, and I don't see it quite as strongly over on CVS Calibre. So again, it's very difficult with my setup to show you that, but they're both really flowy. I didn't have any dragging, no dry feeling even on the CVS Calibre, and that's probably why I like all these 10 inks. And then it's just going to be super enjoyable. I guess we should look at the back. This 68 GSM doesn't have a lot of ghosting, and so that'll be really pleasant too with the writing. Not that that really bothers me. And then CVS Calibre tends to have ghosting. Well, you can see mostly in my cord, but there is some, but it isn't it doesn't bother me, and I would definitely write on the back. There's definitely no bleeding or anything like that, just plenty of ghosting. Whoops. Oh, what have I... Oh, that's just an old number of, like, some sort of a, like, number that's old, and I've used it already. Okay, no phone numbers or secret codes. Okay, so that, better not fold that just yet. So that's it. Those are my favorite, my rainbow colors, my favorites right now. There are a lot more inks I love. I've got a whole entire book full of 126, I think, inks that I love. But these are the ones I reach for the most. Like, not that there aren't others that I reach for, but it was a no-brainer to pick these. I definitely didn't, whoops, sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to take you on a circus ride. Oh my goodness, okay. This was much more touchy than the other camera, so I have to be careful. I wanted the blue to show. So there, that's what they are, and I'll type them out in the description box. And now I am so happy because now I can go watch everybody else's, and and I'll see if we have inks in common or how they, you know, approach the whole thing. But I just wanted to keep it simple and just show you and talk about the inks, because there's nothing more fun than that, really. So have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.